Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Bob Lepisto, who is president of SeaDream Yacht Club, and we're going to talk a little bit about SeaDream today and some of the news coming out in the next year or two about new itineraries. And this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Bob, I've been lucky enough to be on SeaDream a number of times over the years. In fact, just last year I did your med cruise. But talk a little bit about, for some of the agents out there that may not know what SeaDream is.
Thank you, James. Right from the start of our company, we said it's yachting, not cruising. So we want our guests to experience a true yachting activity, yachting experience versus a traditional cruise experience. What does that mean? That means they have an opportunity to dine outside almost all the time, breakfast, lunch, as well as dinner. They have a chance to get to the very small, unique ports, whether it be in the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, or now with our new voyages going into Cuba, starting in the first quarter of 2019.
And I do want to talk about those, but you basically have two ships. They're nearly identical, SeaDream 1 and SeaDream 2, right?
That is correct. And the other thing about yachting is it's about the outdoors. We have incredible amount of water sports opportunities for the guests, and in many of the ports we love to be at anchor. Places like Monte Carlo or Saint-Tropez or Idra, an island in Greece. If you're at anchor, first off, from a dining experience standpoint, you have this beautiful backdrop of the port, but then from a water sports standpoint, you have a chance to use all of our water toys in those beautiful ports.
Yeah, I've used your banana boat. Actually fell off that a few times. My kids didn't at the time, but my kids were teenagers, because you can take kids and the families at teenagers, right? That's probably okay.
Absolutely. On the holiday sailings, as well as the sailings during the summer, we have teenage and above children who absolutely love all of our activities, including mountain bikes in the various ports that we go to.
Yeah, and then I've also done the jet ski in the back. That was a lot of fun too. So
Stand-upon paddle boards, wave runners, kayaks, all kinds of activities. And we offer that not only in the morning. Sometimes our owner loves morning swims, so we provide opportunities for guests to go swimming in the morning, but also late in the evening to see the sun go down right there on the water is very special.
And then, of course, your dining is fantastic, because a lot of the dining, if you can get it, is on deck. And I mean, we loved it all the time. I mean, there is a beautiful dining room below deck, but if you're out and if the weather is nice, it's a great way to go eat for dinner and obviously breakfast and lunch.
Our guests, absolutely. What they tell me about their SeaDream experience, they cannot believe the incredible cuisine as well as the incredible crew. Our guests are called by name within 24 hours of joining.
I know, and every time I get called by name,
Mr. Shillinglaw.
I said, how do you? Well, no, we get to know them very well, and in fact, I'm always impressed, because I said, how do you know my name? You know,
we have our ways.
Our ways, yes. Well, you talk about. I mean, I've been lucky enough to do a Caribbean itinerary with you a couple of times, and done a Med itinerary through Greece. But you said coming up the Cuba itinerary. Talk a little bit about when that is and what that's going to include, if you could.
Will do. Actually, May through October each year, we do the entire Mediterranean. And wherever we are, we're going to the very small, more unique ports. Places like Var, places like Idra, places like Patmos, Paros in Greece, those kind of ports. Bonifacio, for example. Okay. Then from November through to April.
This is 2019, right?
This is 2019. November to April, we bring the yachts over back to the Caribbean. And for the first time in the first quarter of 2019, when we're in the Caribbean, we're going to be doing 9 voyages that are in Cuba.
That's amazing. Yeah.
When I say Cuba, it's intense Cuba.
Right.
The voyages either start or end in Havana or Cienfuegos. So we're doing a 7-day itinerary, Havana to Cienfuegos, with six different ports. So it's actually only about 600 nautical miles, but the amount of time we have in port is incredible.
And you're also going to some places that, I mean, everyone's kind of getting those Cuba ports down. Everyone's going to Havana, which you can't avoid because it's wonderful. Cienfuegos with Trinidad is another port, but after that, the only one I went to myself is Santiago de Cuba, but that's it.
The itineraries are spectacular. We do include in Cuba the shore excursions in our fare, so the agents who are selling the SeaDream Cuba earn commissions both on the shore excursions as well as the tariff.
No, that's great. And I assume you're all abiding by all the infamous Treasury Department regulations that we have to do with the people-to-people exchanges.
The people-to-people program is included, and we're meeting all of the regulations required for U.S. citizens visiting Cuba. But it's the only actually luxury yachting experience intense only in Cuba, not going all the way to Miami or Fort Lauderdale. So it's Cuba exclusively.
Cuba. That's fantastic. And so you fly in and out of Havana, or?
You fly in and out of Havana, and we provide transfers between Cienfuegos and Havana. And the voyages that come into Havana have an overnight on the yacht in Havana. The voyages that go from Havana to Cienfuegos have an overnight in Cienfuegos.
Well, sounds like you have to sign me up for that one, but I think you may be sold out, so if you hear that would be very interesting.
The good news is we're not sold out for 2019, although we are incredibly well sold.
Okay.
In fact, 2019 sold so well, we're bringing it back in first quarter 2020, which has now just been opened on the website and available for sale.
That's fantastic. Now, the any other sort of special itineraries? I know you mentioned Monte Carlo, but you have some special cruises that take in some of these special events, right? The Grand Prix in Monte Carlo, for example.
Absolutely. We have a voyage in May of 2019 that starts in Rome and ends 9 days later in Nice. And on the Sunday of the Grand Prix, which is May 26th, our guests will have a chance to go to the Grand Prix in Monte Carlo. So it's a very special 9-night voyage, including that Grand Prix opportunity.
That's wonderful, and sounds like another great cruise. Well, Bob, thank you for filling us in on what's going on with SeaDream, one of my favorite cruise lines, has been for a long time. It is a fantastic experience. It really is yachting, not cruising, and the itineraries that Bob has just talked about with Cuba and Grand Prix and their med itineraries with small ports are really amazing. So check it out for your clients. Bob, thanks again.
Thank you so much, James.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.